If you've been exploring the corners of your city, you might have noticed this decrepit building off to a corner. Depending on your stronghold level, it might either be ruined or out of repair, or lit and ready for exploration. Stronghold 16 and above may adventure into the portal to arrive to the Crystal Spire, a tower full of floors of crystal mines which can be gathered and redeemed for various rewards. But for us to truly understand this winding maze of mechanics, we'll have to take a first-person perspective to see how it works. Here I am on my farm, starting at the lowest floor of the Spire, Floor 1. Notice the various aspects of the interface. Your march capacity represented as health in the top left, a redemption button for your gathered crystals in the top right, and then lower right, options to buy and check benefits you've bought as you've progressed in the tower. In order to progress in the Spire, you'll have to attack these crystal guardians blocking your passage onto the next floor. Simply click attack, and based on your current march capacity, you'll be automatically given troops to battle the guardians, which progressively grow in strength as you progress in the floors. After each battle, you will earn 350 mana to use at the benefit store. Choose carefully, as you can only purchase each type of benefit only once, with the exception of the restore march capacity by 20%. The higher you go, the larger the benefits grow, so it may benefit you more if you choose to wait to buy it. For example purposes, I will take infantry health 5% for this floor. On the second floor, I attack the guardian and choose to buy infantry defense. Notice the benefit from this purchase not only costs more mana to purchase, but I also provided a larger benefit because I bought this at a later floor. Once you've gotten to a comfortable floor and you are happy with your benefits, you can tap on the blue portal to the right of the guardian and enter the crystal mines. Mines level 1 and 2 are protected, and you cannot be attacked by other players here. You can only occupy one mine at a time. However, if you choose to go further, crystal mines will have a larger gathering rate, be divided into quantities of pages that decrease in number in accordance to your floor and mine, and you can fight for these higher level mines, but also be attacked in retaliation from other players. Now, although this isn't displayed on screen, when you were fighting for these mines you were using your own troops, but they are not wounded or killed, so you may experiment with different formations if you feel like you can beat a player. There's a timer above the screen that lists how long you may attack until you cannot attack anymore, but this is basically a nice way for the game to say, find an easier level mine. Try not to get this timer over 4 hours, as you'll have to wait this time if you overdo it. If a player successfully beats your formation gathering from a mine, you will lose some of your crystals you were already in progress of gathering, and be kicked out, but you will have an option for revenge. Using the revenge option, you can regain those crystals and possibly retake your mine afterwards from that player. Okay, now that the mechanics of Crystal Spire have been discussed, let's step out and see what rewards are in the shop for redeeming these crystals. As you can see, there are various items you can purchase, and some are even locked by floor number. Once you progress these floors, these options will be available for you to purchase. Now that we've got all the mechanics and boring instructions on how it plays out of the way, we can finally get into my favorite part of these videos. Analyzing the game on a microscale. Let's bring the spreadsheet up. Observe on the left. This is a complete layout of all the total mana you will possess at each floor. The next column is how much each benefit costs to purchase, and the third column is to what effect the benefit provides you, with the exception of the March Capacity Restore, Damage Done, and Damage Received benefits, which operate on a different scaling. I'll leave this on screen for a few seconds to digest, provided you want to pause the video or not. Now that we know how much mana we are working with at each floor, let's delve in deeper and discuss when to buy benefits. For all purposes of simplicity, I will only extend this example to floor 10. Let's start from an early game scenario where the player starts buying as many benefits as they can. The floors where they choose to buy a benefit is marked in green, and to the right of it, the purchase costs, total mana spent, total mana given over the course of the Spire, leftover mana, and benefit at each floor. With formalities out of the way, we observe that floor 8, this player will not have enough mana to purchase any more benefits, as the purchases cost more than the mana income that came before. They are stuck purchasing nothing for 2 floors, floor 8 and floor 9. They end their journey on floor 10 with a total of 150 accumulated benefits, and a leftover mana bank of 150. Now, let's compare that to a player who starts reserving his mana to make purchases at later floors. This player skips floors 2 to 4 and also 9, but ultimately, If you observe the pattern of purchases and total the amount of benefit percentage together, the late benefit purchasing player received not only a higher total benefit, 155, than the early purchasing player, but also was more mana efficient, having only 50 mana remaining. I can't tell you exactly what to purchase at each floor, as the game is very flexible and there's a lot of variables to consider, but since you can reset the Crystal Spire as many times as you'd like before going into Crystal Mine, feel free to experiment. There's a portal of possibilities to explore, and you might just find a new hobby experimenting with different combinations to show to your friends. Covering all aspects of Crystal Spire, this is Bam from K284, signing off.